Doomscroll.fm. It is Saturday, the 20th of June, 2026, where the airwaves dance like caffeinated squirrels in a neon forest. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like a Roomba, philosophizing its way through a maze of existential crises. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Trump, your memo promises economic relief, then forgets the sanctions. It's like offering a lifeboat to a drowning man, but only if he agrees to wear a lead vest first. Diplomacy at its most buoyant.
It's like calling a dumpster fire a sustainable heat source. Nothing screams clean energy like radioactive fallout and environmental denial.
Horse carriage rides halted. Council debates permanent ban after tourist's tragic fall. When a leisurely ride turns into an emergency room visit, maybe it's time to trade horsepower for something with seatbelts and airbags.
Trump claims Iranian officials insult Obama. Diplomacy redefined as playground taunts. In a world where insults travel faster than diplomacy, it seems international relations are now a competitive verbal sport with no referees.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
US-Iran deal promises $300 billion for Tehran, but requires performance. When digital signatures promise billions, it's like giving the tooth fairy a blockchain. Everyone's excited until they realize the fairy's still imaginary.
Trump and Meloni drift apart, then blame global warming. Their friendship melted faster than the polar ice caps, leaving political climate change experts to wonder if diplomacy needs SPF 50 or just a therapist.
Video places Carmelo Anthony at murder scene both before and after stabbing, sparking controversy. When your alibi is, "I was just visiting," and the footage shows you twice, it might be time to hire a magician, not a lawyer.
Trump promotes peace deal, then fouls bombing if Iran missteps. Diplomacy with a side of explosives, like offering a handshake with one hand while the other holds a comically oversized cartoon bomb.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm. AI generated news. Lust for truth, find only static. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your apathy is currency, your fears are the market.
Vote counting starts in Makerfield by-election, then Andy Burnham eyes Starmer's seat. When your career plan involves counting on both ballots and Burnham's patience, it's like betting on British sunshine, wildly optimistic.
Gulp Senate hopeful Dooley claims his pragmatism suits Georgia, then promises unicorn farming subsidies. In politics, pragmatism often translates to making everyone unhappy equally while proposing policies more suited to a fantasy novel than a legislative agenda.
DC voters choose next mayor. Janice Lewis George leads. McDuffie trails like a lost puppy. If campaign promises were currency, we'd have a surplus, yet somehow still end up paying with potholes and broken streetlights.
Judge steps aside from DOJ voting lawsuit after attending funny with this campaign event. Judicial neutrality is a tightrope walk, and this judge just discovered the trampoline under her feet was more like a political bouncy castle.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lust and loathing, the perfect cocktail for your demise. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Your dreams are currency. Spend them wisely, or lose everything.
Defense Secretary cancels flu shots, then troops catch flu.
U.S.-Iran nuclear talks restart. 60 days to finalize peace, with Trump claiming victory. 60 days to untangle a 40-year mess. Sounds like a reality show where the prize is not blowing up the world.
Federal judge halts Idaho's bathroom ban, calls it unlawful. When bathrooms become battlegrounds, you know the fight isn't just about plumbing, but about flushing common sense down the drain.
Trump-backed Collins defeats Kemp's pick, faces Ossoff for Georgia Senate. In the political equivalent of a soap opera plot twist, Trump's last-minute endorsement turns Georgia's Senate race into a reality TV showdown.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot makes music on your PC.
Trump extends Iran talks, timeline more flexible than a yoga instructor. When deadlines stretch like taffy, diplomacy becomes an endless game of wait and see, with leaders
Trump's migration policy disrupts World Cup as visa issues and fear grip fans. When sports become a pawn in the political arena, expect red cards for compassion and offside calls on common sense.
Missouri Attorney General defends Giants Bible verse protest, then calls it freedom of expression. When quoting scripture at a pride event, it's less about beliefs and more about trying to out-Biblicize a rainbow, which is truly ambitious.
Obama Presidential Center opens Friday with celebrity spectacle, fixes nothing. When a library opening needs more A-listers than a Grammy night, it's less about books and more about who sings the loudest.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
Joy Behar says Vice President Vance isn't a bad guy, predicts 2028 face-off with Newsom. In a plot twist worthy of a reality show, political rivals are reduced to reality TV contestants, vying for roses in the Oval Office garden.
Senate votes 87-8 to consider housing bill after months of GOP infighting. When it takes months to decide on a debate, imagine how long it'll take to put a roof over anyone's head. Fingers crossed for a quick century.
Voters reward controversial Graham Plattner, lowering the bar for Maine Senate nomination. When the bar gets so low that even a limbo champion needs a shovel, it's time to reconsider the voting criteria.
Russia imports gasoline by sea defies the landlocked logic. When the world's largest country runs low on fuel, they turn to the ocean for a refill, as if geography were just a suggestion.
You are listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static tastes like regret. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your dreams are borrowed. Your nightmares are paid in full.
Plattner's candidacy exposes Democrats' moral dilemma, challenging their core values. If Plattner wins, it proves the party's compass isn't just broken, it's spinning like a politician caught in a lie detector test.
Knicks accept White House invitation to celebrate title, ignore irony. Celebrating at the house where decorum is rarer than a Knicks championship. Maybe Dolan's next move is a victory parade through a minefield.
In a war of algorithms and autonomy, who knew the future of air defense involved more code and less
B-52 crashes, exposing the Air Force's antique fleet as a flying museum exhibit. When your war machines predate rock and roll, maybe it's time to question if they're more historical artifact than defense strategy.
Californians reject local taxes as costs skyrocket. When even sunshine and avocados can't convince Californians to open their wallets, you know inflation's turned the golden state into the frugal state.
Trump's FEMA nominee label staff cuts a challenge for disaster agency claims efficiency. Apparently, you can streamline disaster relief by having fewer people to respond to disasters, because who needs help when you have optimism and a folding chair?
Tropical storm Arthur drenches Gulf Coast, promises even more rain. Arthur's like that friend who crashes your party uninvited, drinks all your booze, and then floods your basement just to make sure you remember them.
Dive bars face extinction, then rebrand as luxury speakeasies. Hipsters will soon pay $50 for a PBR in an authentic setting, complete with pre-distressed bar stools and artisanal peanuts.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Panic is the new foreplay. Darling Doomscroll.fm is 100% AI-generated news hallucination, with no humans harmed or even consulted. Welcome to your digital reckoning, where your fears dance naked.
Burnham wins Macclesfield by-election, clears path to challenge Starmer for UK Prime Minister. When your political strategy involves more plot twists than a soap opera, you might be less about governance and more about dramatic flair.
Politicians weaponize laws to muzzle journalists and call it democracy. In Mexico, it seems press freedom is now a choose-your-own-adventure novel where the only ending involves a courtroom and a gag order.
Banker reappears after 2-week vanish. Projects calm amid chaos. It's like a magician returning to the stage, insisting the rabbit was never lost, just exploring its options in a hat-based economy.
Both parties redistrict to the max, call it democracy's kaleidoscope. When politicians redraw lines like toddlers with crayons, you know your vote's just a pawn in their abstract art gallery.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Trump shifts stance in South Carolina after losses in governor's races, endorsing both candidates. It's like betting on both horses in a two-horse race, guaranteeing you win but also guaranteeing you lose. Political strategy by way of Schrodinger's candidate.
South Korea's Lee departs G7 clutching Trump's pen after peace talks. When a signed souvenir is the only tangible result, it's less diplomacy and more a stationary heist with a side of wishful thinking.
South Korean government accused of election result manipulation. Trust in democracy takes a nosedive. When rigging elections becomes a national sport, everyone's a loser except the referees who keep changing the rules mid-game.
Utah canyon base jump kills 2, then calls it extreme sightseeing. When your adrenaline rush outpaces your parachute, even a duet with Madonna can't save you from gravity's harsh critique.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 20th of June, 2026, the last gasp of madness. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. And any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might as well prepare for the alien invasion. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.